On behalf of all of us at the International March of the Living, I welcome you to today's tribute to a very special group of very special individuals. Since our inception in 1988, close to 300,000 participants, most of them students, have participated on the March of the Living from Auschwitz to Birkenau on Holocaust Remembrance Day. They have been privileged to be accompanied by Holocaust survivors from around the globe. These survivors have shared their dreams, their hopes, and their experiences during the Shoah. They have been our mentors, our inspiration, our motivations to continue telling their stories and sharing the meanings of the lessons of the Holocaust. Today, we offer them a heartfelt thank you. Alumni from around the globe will share with you what it means to carry the message of Holocaust survivors in their hearts and in their walk through the rest of their lives. To the Holocaust survivors who join us today, we thank you. We thank you for being our inspiration. We thank you for being the inspiration to the rest of the world as we carry your memories, your stories, and the meaning of your lives through our lives today, tomorrow, and for the rest of eternity. To Darabala Kulam.
Message from the rock band Night Delight from Japan. We never forget the time of March of the Living 2016. We met the survivor, so encouraged by her. It was an honor that we sang for Israel at the Independence Day. We love you, we stand with you, sending love from Japan.
Hello, International March of the Living friends and family. For Holocaust Survivor Day, I'd like to pay tribute to Yesha Kreiner and Dr. Raul Artal. Yesha for finding joy and happiness in almost every moment and always giving me a good laugh. And for Dr. Raul Artal for dedicating his life in medicine to remembering and honoring the Holocaust. To the both of you, I thank you, I salute you. It is such a blessing to call you friends and to have marched with you.
Hi Paula, I want you to know that I love you very much. You've honored me with the title of your adopted grandson and I cherish our bond. Every time I call in to check in with you, I end up receiving so much love and affection from you that I forget who called to check on who. You're an inspiration to me, full of humor and positivity, and I'm grateful that I met you 14 years ago thanks to Moniz and the March.
Mania Holy's story is truly inspirational. The way she kept true to her identity even through the challenges of war and how courageous she was is truly incredible. Mania, this special day I want to promise you that your legacy will forever continue and that for generations and generations your story won't be forgotten by me and by others. You are an example that we must remember and never forget.
We didn't ask each other's names, but I will never forget I got to see you and you gave me lots of hugs and kisses. Baruch Hashem, I felt connected with you even though I don't know you well, and you inspired me to show genuine love. I will never forget your pain from the past. At the same time, I will never forget your warm smile like a sunshine. Shalom, shalom. Stay safe.
Soy Axel Wolf, participante de la delegación argentina de Marcha por la Vida 2019 y quiero agradecerles a todos los sobrevivientes de la Shoah porque a pesar de lo que vivieron, juntaron la fuerza y la entereza para seguir transmitiéndolo para que esto lo sepamos todos y nunca más vuelva a pasar. Gracias por su historia y su resistencia. Acá estamos.
We're the daughters of Ben Midler, a survivor from Białystok, Poland. Our dad, Ben Midler, lost his whole family during World War II and survived after being interned in 6 camps.
We've learned some really big lessons from him. The primary one is love and support are the key to happiness. Trust and love were at the core values. Strength comes from within. And when bad things happen, we need to put the past behind us, move forward, and don't hold any grudges.
Our dad has been an inspirational hero to us, to our children, and to their children. He talks at many schools, and at 92, he's still active in his faith. At 88, he became a bar mitzvah, and his faith and his love have gotten him through this long, fulfilling life, and we will always remember.
On this special Survivors Day, and on behalf of March of the Living UK, we honour you, the survivors.
For inspiring thousands of people in the UK,
we honour you and commit to sharing your testimonies for many years to come. Thank you.
Anita Carl is one of the survivors I connected with the most on my time during the March of the Living. I would sit behind her on the bus most days and ask her questions about her life. She is such an incredible soul and person, and I am so grateful that I was able to meet her.
Irving Roth was an impactful and engaging and a truly once-in-a-lifetime speaker when it comes to talking about the Holocaust, what led to it, what happened, and what we have to do to avoid it from happening again. The world is a sadder place without him. It is a much better place for him having lived in it, and his words will carry on forever.
A nuestra generación se nos encomendó una tarea muy importante, la de mantener viva la memoria. Escuchamos las historias de las y los sobrevivientes con vehemencia, para poder contarlas y transmitirlas de generación en generación, para que no existan personas que puedan decir que estos hechos no ocurrieron.
Hi, my name is Mitchell Podgorowicz, and the survivor I connected with is Adele Besserman. One of the greatest parts about Adele is she's become like a third grandmother to me, and I really enjoy the connection and bond that we made on the March of the Living. I want to thank the March of the Living and send my best out to Adele. I love you and hope to see you soon.
For close to 2 decades, I have had the privilege of marching alongside Sedona Lacks, Ziggy Hart, Helena Wachtel, Alice Grant, Emil Jacobi, Erika Jacobi, Jack Adler, Paula Leibovitz, Dorothy Greenstein, Ellen Greenstein, Gabriella Karin, Ava Perlman, Ben Lesser, Mike Popik, Sophie Hamburger, Esther Fruchter, Natalie Gold, Helmut Spreitzer, Zahava Sweet, Nando Markovic, Jean Greenstein, Bob Gurminder, Harry Davids, Fred Haim, Joe Kreitenberg, Leon Prochnik, Dave Lux, and Estelle Nadel. It is an honor to be your witness.
Desde hace 75 años, ustedes, los sobrevivientes, han sido la voz de 6 millones de víctimas. Gracias a su valentía y fuerza, hemos escuchado sus testimonios. Hoy es nuestra responsabilidad como seres humanos y como judíos no dejar que sus voces se apaguen, que sigamos siendo portadores de la verdad histórica para seguir transmitiendo a las siguientes generaciones para que nunca se olvide.
Hi Syria! We just wanted to make this quick video to thank you so much for always being there for us. You've taught us so much and we're so grateful to have you as our third grandmother. You've really made such a big impact on our lives.
Thank you for teaching us the true meaning of kindness and the importance of seeking the best in people. You mean the world to us, and we can't wait until the next time we're able to see you again in person. We love you.
Inspired, in awe, utter admiration and respect. These are all terms that come to mind when thinking about the Holocaust survivors that I have had the utter privilege of encountering on my journeys with March of the Living. They are the ultimate role models. How can one begin to describe the impact of the survivors by looking at just one of these survivors, A.B. Goldberg from Melbourne, Australia, when he calls on humankind to love, not hate, to see one another as equals and to treat one another as equals and to combat all forms of hatred and injustice. If only we could live up to the teachings of our Holocaust survivors, the world would be a much better place.
Muchas gracias a todos los sobrevivientes de la Shoah, porque década tras década, año tras año, testimonio tras testimonio, han seguido contribuyendo a la tarea de la memoria y nosotros, los marchistas, la hemos heredado con mucho orgullo y con mucha responsabilidad.
When I think of Gabriella Karen, I always think of her smile. I've been fortunate to share many moments of laughter with her. When I'm with Gabriella, I feel surrounded by creativity and life. Thank you, Gabriella, for being a special part of my life.
I am a 20-time marcher. All of the 45 survivors with whom I marched are precious. I idolize my friend and 10-time marcher, 98-year-old Sam Ron, for his continuing altruism. In 1946, during the Bricha, Sam rescued children as shown here. He continues to educate all types of students.
Madre fue una sobreviviente del Holocausto checa y también una gran artista. Sus obras me han causado gran impacto, pero no solamente a mí, sino a toda la sociedad ecuatoriana por el mensaje que conllevan, la resiliencia.
Over the last 23 March of the Living journeys, I have had the honor of traveling with Ellie Gross, Ray Fischler, Mike Zieger, Cecile and Ed Mossberg, Susan Rosenberg Winters, Judy Meisel, Sarah Ludwig, Joshua Lookstein, Gil Latschauer, Rabbi and Mrs. Nachum Michelle, Nechama Ariel, Fritzi Fischel, Saul Goldman, Strugo Mordo, Meyer Moskowitz, and Israel Sachs. It was so magnificent to have them share their stories with all of our march participants. God bless them all.
Dorothy Greenstein was one of my all-time favorite people. She never failed to make me laugh, and I always left her house with a tchotchke and with a whole lot of life wisdom. I loved playing piano with her and studying Torah with her. I miss her and her husband Alan dearly, and I'm so grateful for March of the Living for introducing us because we became such wonderful friends.
Hola, soy Ara Chueque de Buenos Aires, Argentina. Hace un tiempo tuve la posibilidad de escuchar a Julius Solander, el abuelo de una amiga mía que sobrevivió a Auschwitz-Birkenau. Julius vino a mi colegio a contarnos un poco sobre su pasado y cómo se escapó durante la Marcha de la Muerte. Esto me pareció una muy buena experiencia para poder seguir escuchando historias que merecen ser escuchadas.
I show this photo of Ava and I, which is the first photo we took in Israel on our trip for March to the Living in 2012. Now 10 years later, almost, Ava's become an incredible friend and an incredible mentor. Ava, thank you so much for teaching me to live every day to its fullest, just as you do, and the importance of always having a reason to smile and laugh.
Ich erinnere mich heute an alle Holocaust-Überlebenden, deren berührende Geschichten ich jemals lesen oder erfahren durfte, unter anderem durch dieses Buch. Von ganzem Herzen möchte ich ausdrücken, wie unendlich leid es mir tut, was durch deutsche Schuld damals verbrochen wurde. Es fehlen einfach die Worte für das unendliche Leid, was unschuldigen Frauen, Männern und Kindern damals angetan wurde. Ich, meine Familie und meine Freunde werden niemals vergessen. Alles Gute.
My name is Haley Deming, and I went on March of the Living in 2011. I am the granddaughter of two survivors, Rose Lindenberg and my late grandfather, Leo Lindenberg. My responsibility as a descendant of a survivor and as a Jew is to make sure that the world never forgets what really happened. And there's my grandfather's painting.
Hi, my name is Jamie Podgorowicz, and I wanted to send my love to Adele Besserman. I really connected with Adele through my journey through the March of the Living, and she's just become part of my family. She's always singing and dancing. She's the life of the party, and her love of Yiddishkeit is just so inspiring. I love you, Adele, and I miss you so much.
I'm Kathy Kaser, and I'd like to honor Edith Jalbar, a survivor who was a hidden child in France during the war. I think the stories of hidden children are so important to include in the collection of survival stories. Edith continues to talk to young people around the world about her experiences. I admire her so much and send her all my love.
Hello, dear friend. Though I didn't get to see you again, I do remember the time I was able to visit and deliver some foods to you, which was such a blessing to me. I'm sorry I can't remember your name now, but I never forgot the smile and hug you gave me. I will definitely continue cherishing your story you told me and passing it on to next generations. Sending a hug your way from Japan. Shalom be with you.
Hi, I went on the March of the Living in 2018 and Rini was on my bus. Her, along with all the other survivors on the trip, made my experience so meaningful and life-changing, and I am forever grateful for the impact that they had on the trip and that I could be alongside them.
Hi, my name is Randy Freed. I've traveled with the Los Angeles delegation of the March of the Living for the past 13 years. A shout out to Jack Adler, an incredible survivor who's got a great sense of humor. And that humor is what allows so many people to connect with such dark, scary, horrible, painful history and to learn and to see humanity. Thank you, Jack. We love you.
Por todos aquellos cuyas vidas hoy celebramos, para que vivan eternamente en la memoria de quienes, como yo, sintieron sus testimonios y nunca se apague la luz de sus recuerdos. Never means never.
My mother was Carmen Kakis Russo from Drama, Greece. She was 18 when the occupation began. Instead of going to university, she joined EPUN and then ELAS to fight the Nazis. She never went to the camps. She survived, although 90% of Greece's Jews perished. I honor her legacy of courage.
I'm Rafi, and this is my wife Samantha. We are both descendants of 4 Holocaust survivors. We want to honor Bill Gleed, Zichrono Lebracha, Holocaust survivor of Birkenau and Dachau. Bill first went on the March of the Living with his oldest granddaughter Samantha in 2006. He then continued to go with 6 out of his 8 grandchildren, though he did return to Poland, Germany, and Serbia with all 8 of his grandchildren. I was able to go on the March of the Living with Bill in 2016, along with his youngest grandchild who happened to have his birthday on the day they saw Birkenau. Bill described standing at a place worse than hell with his youngest grandchild on his birthday as feeling like a phoenix rising from the ashes. We miss you every day, Papa, and we promise to continue to carry the torch of Holocaust remembrance and education, and we do that with the March of the Living and with our sons, your 4th generation.
Para Marcha de la Vida México ha sido un honor y una bendición haber compartido Marchas de la Vida con los siguientes sobrevivientes: Mijael Gilad, Abraham Golek, Kurt Werner, Cecilia Borger, Shie Gilbert, Jack Handeli, Bernardo Galek, Bedrich Steiner, Brony Seibert, Abraham Meissner, Vina Neger y Luis Opatowski. Gracias a todos y cada uno de ellos por contarnos y compartir su historia.
I remember our survivor, Vina Polonsky. I remember her joy, her charisma, her inspirational story, her love of life, and her courage to keep on going, to be a proud Jew, a proud mom, a proud grandmother. Her story inspires me and teaches me to be proud of my identity and to remember our past with all of its lessons, so that never again means never again.
This is a tribute to Rosette Goldstein, Sam Ron, Zelda Pawlowski, and Anya Baum. We thank you for your willingness to share testimony with the next generation of Jewish youth. We honor you, we love you, and we are so grateful to you. Thank you.
Anita Goldberg, Colégio Liessing, Rio de Janeiro, Brasil. Esta é uma homenagem que eu presto ao sobrevivente do Holocausto, Sr. Alexander Henrique Lacks, Zichrono Livracha, sua memória seja abençoada, que durante muitos anos veio à nossa escola e contou sua história para os nossos alunos.
My favorite memory of Sedona Lacks was in Poland after she gave her first talk. And a few of us had stayed around to chat with her, and she points at my name badge with my picture on it and then points up at my face and says, "You were so cute. What happened?" And then, because she's Sedona, she proceeded to arm wrestle about half of us.
Hi Irene! We just wanted to make this quick little video to thank you so much for everything. We'll really always admire your strength and your loving heart, and we wanted to thank you for teaching us what it means to always stand up for what you believe in no matter what. We'll always be so grateful for you and to have you in our lives.
Thank you for being so generous with your time, for allowing us to interview you for all the films I'm working on. They're almost done. We're so proud of them and we can't wait to send them to you. And until the next time we see you in person again, we love you.
Today I would like to honor Saba Fenega, who accompanied us on March of the Living in 2005. Despite suffering unimaginable horrors and loss of loved ones, Saba inspired me with her strength and resilience and her determination to speak out against hatred and intolerance so that the 6 million Jewish souls who perished in the Shoah will never be forgotten.
Hola, soy Tatiana Klein de Buenos Aires, Argentina, y tuve el honor de compartir con muchos sobrevivientes distintos momentos. Particularmente a Sara Rus la conocí primero a través de su historia en su libro Sobrevivir 2 veces y después tuve la oportunidad de conocerla en persona. Espero poder seguir transmitiendo su historia y el valor de la vida que ella nos transmite.
To our beautiful parents, may you rest in peace. Holocaust survivors Celine and Joshua Myron, the most beautiful and wonderful parents anyone could have. Celine was from Paris and the sole survivor. Josh from Poland, and few survived.
Since my March of the Living trip 10 years ago, Hetty Baum has remained an important part of my life. We have enjoyed many visits together in her apartment and lots of phone calls and emails throughout the years. Thank you, Hetty, for being the wonderful person that you are. I'm so grateful for our friendship.
Today, during Holocaust Survivor Day, I want to honor a dear survivor, Mania Huri. Your faith, courage, and compassion are contagious and will remain in my thoughts forever. You showed me that love is stronger than hate and that faith can move mountains. Thank you so much for all of your lessons. Sending a big hug from all of us in Panama and hoping to see you soon.
Hi everyone, this is Dana Arshin and I am a March of the Living alum. I want to honor my 99-year-old grandfather, Nat Ross, who survived Auschwitz and lost most of his family in the Holocaust. I do everything I can to keep his story and his memories alive.
Ziggy Hart had such a profound impact upon me and all the participants that got to know him on the March of the Living, whether it was pushing his wheelchair around Auschwitz and Birkenau because he so wanted to be a part of the program and be able to talk and impact the lives of our participants, or sitting around the Rennick district, having lunch and him buying us shots and all of us yelling in unison with him, "Buffalo!" He just had such a deep impact on us. His heart, his soul, the way he communicated with the students and just connected them with such a deep level was just amazing. And I will remember Ziggy forever.
Marcha por la Vida agradece a todos los sobrevivientes que honraron su presencia participando con nuestras delegaciones a lo largo de todos estos años. Gracias, Podgorowicz, gracias, Irving Roth, gracias, Hanka Chuban, Zichronale Braja, gracias, Marida Vidowitz, Zichronale Braja, gracias, Aida Jurkiewicz, gracias, Sara Rus, gracias, Lea Sahak, por haber participado. Sus testimonios y su legado nos compromete a seguir transmitiendo lo que fue la Shoah a todos nuestros jóvenes y a las futuras generaciones.
Has had the tremendous gift of having Trudy Album and Paul Galan accompany our teens on many years of March of the Living. Both Trudy and Paul, you have given so much to our teens, not just on the annual March of the Living, but coming to camp and spending Shabbat with our teens. I know how much you mean to our teens. I know how much they've gained from you, and I know that they continue to be inspired by you. And every time that you come and spend time with our teens, I know they gain so much from it, and they really look forward to those visits. May you have years of health and goodwill and be able to continue teaching our teens.
I had the honor of marching with Estelle and Adele in the March of the Living BJE delegation in 2019. We got to sing together. I was able to hear stories of how she grew up and how she came to where she is today. And I feel so grateful that I was able to get to know her through the March of the Living experience. And I'm wishing her all the best.
Hi Rosa, my name is Suguru and I was volunteering at Bridges for Peace in Israel. I had an opportunity to visit you and deliver some food and supplies. You shared your story, how you survived the Holocaust and about your family and about your friends. And you told me to share that story when I go back to Japan. And that's what I've been doing now. I had a lot of opportunities to talk about my experiences in Israel, and I've been sharing your stories. I hope you're doing well, stay safe, and may we meet again. Shalom.
I'm a very tired, old, and worn out man, and my eyes have long been blind. Most things that people say to me just seems to slip my mind. Oh, but the suffering and the painful times that were in years long gone are still as clear upon my memory as the numbers on my arm. What will become of all the memories? Are they to scatter with the dust and the breeze? Who'll stand before the world knowing what to say when the very last survivor fades away? As I hold my grandson close to me and his fingers trace the pattern of my tears, he asked me, Grandpa, tell me, why do you cry? What is it that you fear? Oh, then I tell him once there was another child who smelled as sweet and felt this warm, but he was taken from before my eyes, and only I remain to mourn. What will become of all the memories? Are they things change. Time has a way of passing by so fast, and as a fleeting shadow, no one will recall the faces of the past. What will become of all the memories? Are they just